There's one gemstone in Vedic astrology that astrologers approach with more caution than any other. Not because it is rare, not because it is expensive, but because the classical text says something unusual about it. That this gemstone can produce results within hours of being worn. Positive results if it suits you, and deeply disruptive ones if it does not. That gemstone is the Blue Sapphire, Neelam. And it belongs to the most misunderstood graha in Jyotisha, Shani. So today, let us understand it. Namaskaraha, I am Dr. Archna Murthy, a professional astrologer and Vastu consultant. On this channel, I try to share authentic knowledge from our Vedic sciences in a practical and understandable way. Today we are exploring one of the most debated gemstones in Vedic astrology, Blue Sapphire, known as Neelam in Hindi and Neela or Indraneela in Sanskrit. This is the gemstone of Shani, the graha that governs discipline, karma, time and life's deepest lessons. Why does Blue Sapphire matter so much? When worn correctly and only by the right person, Blue Sapphire has the ability to channel Saturn's positive influence. This can show up as mental clarity and focus, career stability and professional growth, discipline and resilience, relief from long-standing obstacles. But this gemstone comes with a serious caution. Classical texts repeatedly mention that this stone tests quickly. An unsuitable stone can create disruption rapidly. That is why Neelam should never be worn casually. This is one gemstone where proper guidance really matters. Before understanding the gemstone, we must first understand the graha it represents. Shani is masculine in nature, associated with the air element, slow-moving, inert and deeply reflective. Classical texts describe him as natural in temperament but unmistakably malefic in effect when conditions are unfavorable. He rides a vulture, the bird that feeds on what is gone. He holds a sword, a trident and a mace representing strength and material power. And in his fourth hand, the reins of the vulture, the reins of time itself. And none of this symbolism is random. Every detail teaches us something about Shani. Shani governs what is slow, deep and irreversible. He strips away illusion and demands accountability. He is the planet of time and patience, discipline and austerity, labor and the working class, karma, both sanchita and prarabdha. He is associated with the Shudravarna, the color black or dark blue, iron and lead and the direction west. In a horoscope, Shani plays a role that no other graha quite replicates. He rules Makara and Kumbha, both shaped by Saturn's discipline. He is exalted in Tula and debilitated in Mesha. Shani's placement in your chart influences how you experience hard work and its rewards, your relationship with authority, your capacity for endurance, the areas of life where you may feel delayed, tested or restricted. A well-placed Saturn can make a person highly disciplined, deeply wise, capable of sustained effort over long periods. An afflicted Saturn may bring chronic delays and frustrations, difficulties with authority or the law, a tendency towards isolation or melancholy. From a health perspective, Shani is associated with the skeleton and bones, the nervous system, skin and hair, teeth and knees, the spleen and the large intestine. When Shani is afflicted, it may relate to joint pain, arthritis or chronic bone issues, nervous system disorders, skin conditions, delayed healing and recovery. This is why traditional astrologers sometimes strengthen Saturn through remedies like gemstones when Shani is favorable but weak. Now let us understand the gemstone itself. Blue Sapphire belongs to the corundum family, the same mineral as ruby. If corundum is red, it is ruby, and any other color becomes sapphire. Scientifically, the blue color in a sapphire comes from trace amounts of titanium and iron within the aluminium oxide structure. Blue sapphire ranks 9 on the Mohs scale of hardness, second only to diamond. Even physically, the stone reflects Saturn-like qualities. Endurance is built into the stone. The finest blue sapphires display a deep velvety blue with a slight violet undertone, often called cornflower or royal blue. One fascinating property is pleochroism. It shows different shades of blue viewed from different angles, almost like Saturn itself, revealing different truths depending on how deeply you observe. The most prized blue sapphires have historically come from Kashmir. Considered the finest in the world, Kashmir sapphires are known for their velvety blue depth. Sri Lankan sapphires, known for lighter, brighter blues and violets, excellent quality and widely used in gemstone prescription. Burma or Myanmar, deep, rich blues, second only to Kashmir in classical regard. Other sources include Madagascar, Australia and Thailand, each with their own characteristics in color and clarity. In our classical text, blue sapphire is known by several names, each carrying meaning. Neela meaning blue, Indraneela, the blue of Indra's sky, Shani Priya, beloved of Shani, Neelam, a Hindi name derived from its color, Sauri Ratna, the gem of Saturn. In Sanskrit tradition, names describe essence. Classical texts describe the qualities of a superior blue sapphire very specifically. Deep, even blue color throughout the stone, high transparency and clarity, smooth, lustrous surface, strong luminosity. The stone should appear to glow from within, free from visible inclusions, cracks and surface blemishes. In Vedic gemology, these qualities determine not just the beauty of the stone, but its capacity to transmit Saturn's energy effectively. A dull, lifeless sapphire is traditionally considered unsuitable and may, according to classical texts, produce results opposite to what is intended. This brings us to the subject of flaws, which I'll explore in full detail in part 2. In this part, we have understood the true nature of Shani, what blue sapphire is, scientifically and classically, its sources and classical names, the qualities of a good stone. But one important part is still remaining. In part 2, I will explain the specific flaws to avoid and what each flaw is said to cause, the correct method of wearing a blue sapphire, and the traditional benefits. With this gemstone, the difference between the right and the wrong stone is not subtle, and trust me, before wearing a blue sapphire, part 2 is something you should absolutely watch. If you found this useful, consider subscribing. Share your questions in the comments. Dhanyawadaha.